All right, what is up, my friends? Welcome to another Your Deck live show where I play Your Deck live on stream. We got another double dip. And if you missed our last double dip, oh boy, that was an exciting one. Well, it was the deck super cool, but we might have run the mythical 05 to 5-0, and it was kind of the best moment ever on stream. That's going to be up on YouTube, I think, in the next day or so. I got to put that one up. So the double dip's pretty fun. So Your Deck Live, of course, is a show where I play Your Deck Live on stream. You submit a list, give me some money, and I go over your deck with a pregame deck tech, play 5 matches, talk about the deck at the end, and then I give you my updated list of what I think I would make would be the most optimal version of a deck. However, in the double dip, I then play your deck again.
Somebody say dip? Continue. Morning, chat. Jim, why are you always so cranky? This is... In case you guys are wondering, this is Jim's cranky face. It's also his normal face.
Yes, I have resting cranky face. Do you get out, please? I'm trying to do Your Deck Live.
I think
Out.
you're trying to... Okay. Zibby,
Nice shirt, right?
Are you coming with me, Zib?
No, Zibby stays here. Anyway, so double dip. So I fix the deck and then I play it again immediately. So you get to see all the changes in action. And what do we got here? Resting Gym face. What do we have here? We have a blue-red kind of tempo control deck in Modern. So the old bolt, snap, bolt, if you will. We got 4 bolts, 4 Snapcaster Mages. We got 4 Brazen Borrowers. As threats, we're also playing 2 Bonecrusher Giants, 2 Vendilion Cliques, and 4 copies of the Royal Scions. Interaction-wise, we obviously have bolts. We have 4 Remands, 2 Cryptics. We're playing 2 main deck Mystical Disputes. Not crazy in this format. Oko's everywhere. 3 Force of Negation. Definitely big on Force of Negation. And then 4 Ops and 1 Sneaky Peek. I do like Peek. Removal is 4 bolts, and then 2 Magmatic Sinkholes. This card is very, very good. Definitely very, very good. So, the things that jump out at me in this deck, and the problem I have with this deck looking at it, is the same problem I always had with the Jeskai tempo decks. You know, that were playing, like, similar idea, either playing Geist Saint Draft or Spell Queller, and that is that we are a somewhat aggressive deck that cannot attack for damage. We cannot produce damage to our opponent aside from lightning bolting them until turn 4. All of our threats cost 3 or more. Because obviously Snapcaster Mage, I think the mana curve is more telling if you put it like this. Because this is actually a 3-drop. Because you're not going to cast Snapcaster Mage naked usually. Obviously, Brazen Borrower and Bonecrusher Giant also sort of fill the 2-drop slot. But threat-wise, these are all of our threats here. And they all cost 3. And that's pretty slow in Modern. I'm also pretty questioning of this extreme amount of Royal Scions. This is a card that everyone seems to love. Everyone loves the Royal Scions. It's just like, there's just cards for some reason that people just are drawn to, and they just have to play it. They have to play a lot of them, and they just love it. Now, I like Royal Scions. I think it is a good card. It's got a lot of loyalty. However, I think you really want to be making use of the looting effect to some positive value. And the only real positive value we have here is putting cards in the graveyard for Snapcaster Mage and then making Delve a little bit better. That's really it. You know, we're not discarding Arclight Phoenix. We're not discarding Fiery Temper. We're not discarding, I don't know, flashback cards or whatever. You know, we're just playing Royal Scions as a Planeswalker. And in some ways, it kind of flies in the face of what we're doing tempo-wise. Because when we cast Royal Scions, we're not leaving at mana for Remand. We're not leaving at mana for Mystic Dispute. We're not leaving at mana for Cryptic Command. So, there's certainly a redundancy issue here. And the Royal Scions is not a card that takes over the game by itself, like Oko, like Geist Saint Draft, like some of these cards. It requires an attacker in play to provide any positive aggressive action, and then it loots. That's fine. It builds for an ultimate. That's fine. Those are all kind of slow in modern, so I'm pretty concerned with this. Servo, thanks to resub. Appreciate that. I'm also not super thrilled about Bonecrusher Giant, and I think Brazen Borrower is actively good in a deck like this. I think Brazen Borrower is fairly overrated in general, but in a deck that wants to attack like this, I think Brazen Borrower is pretty good. But I don't love the Bonecrusher Giants either. It's just like only fine. And we have a lot of cards in our deck that feel only fine. You know, we're not a synergy deck, obviously. We're not going to be blowing people away with certain combinations of cards. But if that's the case, then we need to have raw power level to compete with that. And on raw power level, Bonecrusher Giant, Brazen Borrower don't feel super exciting. I do love Vendilion Clique. What I would really like to see in this deck is some sort of early threat. I mean, Delver of Secrets probably doesn't work because a lot of our spells are actually creatures. Young Pyromancer is a possibility. Honestly, Thing in the Ice is a possibility too. Just something to do to get on the board early. Terramander is kind of doesn't play well with Sinkhole. The problem is it's just not really sure what that card is. That card is not readily apparent, you know. That's my concerns. I don't think we're like way off the mark here, but I'm worried about our ability to adequately pressure our opponents, especially on the draw. And I'm concerned about this number of Royal Scions. I do love Peak, honestly. I'm all about Peak. But we are playing 22 lands. We are playing 2 copies of Mystic Sanctuary to try and get our loops going. Force of Negation is great. I love Vendilion Clique. I'm huge on Vendilion Clique, so I'm cool with that. So, also, we're playing Remand, which is kind of a tempo counterspell, but it's the same thing. We're not really like remanding into something. Like Blue Moon remands into Blood Moon. The goal is to remand them and then cast Blood Moon to kind of lock them out. You know, a Delver deck is going to remand you because they're killing you. But we're kind of just playing remand on turn 2 to like slow them down a little bit and then maybe resolve one of our 3-drops. But that's just kind of, you know, it's not super exciting. So we'll see. Sideboard's got some Jaces for the slower matchups, kind of like that. 3 strokes. I would love to see like 2 strokes and a negate, or 2 strokes and a spell pierce. I think it's best to mix up your counter spells usually in a sideboard. I think playing 3 of the same counter is usually not a good idea, especially when you're playing things like Opt and Snapcaster Mage. The variety is usually more useful. Surgical Extraction is fine. Anger is great. Blood Moon's good against the deck that it's good against. So 1 Ancient Grudge. We have 1 breeding pool for 1 Ancient Grudge. Oh, the breeding pool seems like it's more for Engineering Explosives than for Ancient Grudge. And Explosives is pretty good. I'm cool with that card. So deck seems cool. Definitely like some things about it, but I have my concerns. So let's battle. And again, this is Your Deck Live, show where I play your deck live on stream. This is Modern Izzet Tempo Control for Eternal Madness. You want to see your deck live on stream? Who wants to see their deck live on stream? Well, let me tell you how to do that right now. It's really, really simple. All you need is money. All you need is money. JimDavisMTG.com. My website. Look at this. It's a website. It's me. Player Champs Trophy. Articles, sponsors. It's all on there. Check it out. But go to the I Play Your Deck page, and there's all the info. The current queue for Your Deck Live is right here. It loads in a second. That's that. We're playing some Blue-White Antiquities War later. How much it costs, what do you get, how to submit, logistics, scheduling, all on there. JimDavisMTG.com. Check it out. Nowhere. Resub. Again, the alerts aren't working. Streamlabs is broken. I don't know if it works with my OBS anymore. It's been an hour and a half on it yesterday trying to fix it. I don't know. So, Crusher Bot BG. Let's go. Ooh, boy. Look, I don't want to sound like I told you so, but there's so many of them. We obviously can't keep this in. Opponent mulligan's 6, but we got Clunk City 2K20 here, 2K21. So awkward. Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see Delver Secrets in his deck. Young Pyromancer, Thing in the Ice. I just want cheaper threats, honestly. I mean, Mulligan's a Mulligan. I'm trying to say words and look at things on the screen. Modern's a very fast format. You know, I guess it has slowed down a bit because of Oko, and those decks are a little more fair. But it's still a pretty fast format. You still got to do things. You know, the Oko deck might not kill you on turn 3, but they set up a devilish board state on turn 3 or 4. So that can be tough. That can be tough. You can subscribe as many times as you want through Twitch Prime. I mean, the Oko deck is fundamentally fair. They're just playing Mock Sapphire. You know? Alright, we gotta put one more card in the bottom here. It's probably just Snapcaster Mage. I mean, you could maybe dump the Sinkhole if we're worried about Sinkhole not being good. Let's dump Sinkhole, actually. I think right now we mulligan to 5. Let's keep our card advantage cards. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Not sure what we're doing against Dredge here. Alright, so... Oh, no. What? They milled Lightning Skelemental and Fulminator Mage. Whatever they're doing, I like it. I like it. Yeah, some sort of unearth strategy here for sure. Lightning Skelemental is pretty sweet. Haha, I'm in danger. Unearth targeting Lightning Skelemental. Nice mulligan to 5, Jim. Yeah, great. Alright. I mean... I guess we need to fetch basics so we don't get Fulminator Maged. I guess we're going to opt in response. Maybe just see what we discard. Another island. I don't actually hate island here. So we want to cast Snapcaster Mage. We'll discard Cryptic Command and I guess a Snapcaster Mage. This is pretty brutal. Mulligan to 5. Get Lightning on turn 2. Not ideal. Not ideal. They don't have a land. So if their hand's just like multiple unearths, that really sucks for us. I guess that's not that bad. Remand. Plays. Plays. So they didn't end step Shriekhorn, and now they're main phase Shriekhorning. They hit Reflecting Bull and Unsettled Mariner, and we are officially off the deep end. These are all elementals. They have another Unearth. Awesome. So we're gonna remand that. Brazen Borrower. That's actually kind of cool, I guess. We get to, like, bounce the Skelemental next turn, which is, like, not great, because it puts it back in their hand, but it's better than discarding 2, I suppose. You can also just, like, click away their Unearth right now, but then they might draw land, so I don't think that's really a good idea. Opponent's doing stuff. Opponent is doing stuff. Unearth again. Yeah, they are indeed playing legal Magic cards. The thing about Petty Theft also is that the bounce spell is only good when you're ahead. You know? And without 1 and 2 drops, it's hard to get ahead. So we're often playing Petty Theft when we're not on the board yet, which is another concern for not playing some sort of 1 or 2 drops. Well, they've drawn a land. So, what does this mean? They have 6 cards in hand. They're all spells. One of which is a Lightning Elemental. Dead Sin says, "Hey Jim, sorry I missed your stream yesterday. We had to take care of some things due to an earthquake." Folks, you never need to apologize for missing a stream or not subscribing or whatever. All right, I love you. When you're here, I'm happy you're here. That's it. I'm just happy you're here. And I would say an earthquake sounds like a reasonable excuse anyway. So I hope everything's going okay. All right, Dead Sins. Where was there an earthquake? Where are you from? All right, Brutality, just Duress and Drain. Obviously, this is fine because we have those spells in our hand. LOL. And they discarded a Risen Reef. So, they are doing things. We can click or we can Borrower. I wouldn't mind seeing their hand and just figuring out what the hell is going on here. Oh, you're in Puerto Rico? Man. That's rough. Well, I hope everything's okay there, right? Yeah, we're going to click them. Was it like a bad quake or like a little mini quake? Their hand is Brutality, Skelemental, Risen Reef. Alright, we're not taking any of those cards. We could take Brutality, just to deny them the way to kill the click. Yeah, maybe it's too bad, actually. We gotta kill them. Alright, I'll take Brutality. I don't like giving them a card here, really. Oh, that was their combat step. That was dumb. Alright, that's fine. It was not their end step. Mystic Sanctuary. You control 3 other islands. We do not control 3 other islands. Yes, never apologize, folks. I love y'all. Whenever you're here, I'm just happy you're here. Never feel obligated to be watching a stream or subscribing or donating or anything. When you're here, I'm happy, and that's all I need from y'all. I mean, they land us, they can Skelemental us. I don't mind just playing Sanctuary, and then I guess Snap Opt is stupid because they would just discard both cards anyway. I wish the Sanctuary was an island. Maybe we just say go here, because if they Blightning us, we can just discard Snapcaster Sanctuary and then cast Brazen Borrower. Yeah, I think that's fine. Let me hold it. It's 3 or more other islands, unfortunately. So if we had an untapped land here for Snap Remand, that'd be really, really good. All right, they're gonna mill Vesperlark, Mirror Entity. The hits keep on coming. The hits keep on coming. You love to see it. Snap Opt is also an option. Look at this graveyard. Unearth targeting Risen Reef. So the 3rd copy of Unearth. Alright. Unearth is definitely very good in this deck. They reveal a 3rd Blackleaf Cliffs. Okay. So we're definitely getting Lightning Scale. So I'm going to snap for an Opt and see if we can draw another land and get this Remand going. Opt says Lightning Bolt. That's also good. We're just going to take that. Another Opt. Damn this Mystic Sanctuary. I'm going to attack and see if they block or not. And then we'll go from there. Okay, no blocks. You're probably just bolting the Risen Reef. I guess we could bolt the Elemental too, but let's just let's see here. So we have 2. Let's see, bolts. Like, we are killing them pretty good here. So you just like hard cast the Snapcaster Mage and bolt the Risen Reef and play a land. Yeah, I don't mind all of that. if they lightning us. This is fine. So we'll say go here. So they're gonna play Skelemental. We're gonna bolt the Risen Reef and just cast Snapcaster Mage and have 7 power in play, and they're at 14. And we're gonna discard our hand. We also have the Brazen Borrower. So we got a 4 here. So I guess if I draw the 4th copy of Unearth or another Skelemental, we could be dead, but I think bolting Lightning Skelemental is, I don't know. I feel like we're racing and it's fine. I guess this does lose to another Skelemental. So there is always that, but the other hand is oh wait, do they have another one in their hand? Oh boy, I screwed up. Yeah, I punted. I forgot they had a Skelemental. Alright, well, we're dead. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Yeah, that was dumb. Alright, well, I threw the game. I guess, yeah, I just threw the game. There's no ways around it. I forgot we knew their hand. And they have a Skelemental, so fortunately, we can triple jump. I mean, we can do that, and then we just lose everything. I guess we have to do that. Bluffing is unreasonable. Alright, we'll triple jump, and we'll put Cryptic on top, I guess. This feels pretty bad. I mean, the Borrower can't block, so awkward. So yeah, I should have just killed the Risen Reef. Doesn't matter. I mean, I was worried about the Risen Reef like digging them out of the hole they're in, but them drawing a card or two really isn't even that bad. So we will triple block the Skelemental here and go to 1, lose our entire board. We'll cast Brazen Borrower and have Cryptic Command up. It's basically all we got. Yeah, it's a bad play. Definitely should have bolted the Skelemental. Penguin, 2-month resub. That's month number 2. Means you chose to come back. Thanks so much, my friend. I appreciate it. If Brazen Borrower could block, I would think it is as good as everyone thinks it is. They're really the tank here. They're going to play Fulminator Mage. That's it. That's the whole statement. That is. I mean, we have no cards in hand. Like, what are you scared of? I don't understand. I don't get it. And now I've got Cryptic Command, which you knew about. The repunt. Alright, so they have 3. We have Cryptic Command. They can kill land. It's fine. Yeah, this all seems pretty good. That was definitely red. I definitely clicked that. Alright, that's pretty annoying. Like, I did click this, right? Weren't all 4 cards red? Alright, whatever. I don't think it really matters that much. I guess they would put them at 6 with, 6 power flying, but the Cryptic Command should lock this game up. They were all red, right? Yeah, I don't know. Opponent used the Force on that one. Yeah, what? Why do they do that? Why you no kill me, opponent? Why you no kill me? All right, that was lucky. All right, so but yeah, so we obviously mulligan that game, but I'm feeling the issue of just wanting things to do early, realistically. All right, so they're an Unearthed deck. That's probably all they have, but I think I still want the Surgicals. If they're going as far as playing Shriekhorn, then I think that behooves me to be interested in their graveyard. Am I interested in Anger the Gods? I mean, they have Risen Reef. Like, if that... The Shriekhorn's really throwing me off. Because how much graveyard stuff can they really have besides Unearth? You know? I guess Force of Negation isn't good. Remand seems kind of medium. Yeah, they could have Thunderkin Awakener also. I have Vesper Lark too. They are bringing in the Anger, I guess. I'm going to shave a Royal Scions and a Force of Negation. Don't want explosives. I don't think so. It's kind of clunky. I don't want Jace. Don't want Blood Moon. Don't want... Yeah, this is fine. Let's try this. How do I feel about Vexing Devil as an early start? We are not interested in the card Lava Spike. So, Vexing Devil is a pretty bad Magic card. It's only playable if every other card next a Lava Spike, and even then it's not that good. So... Alright. Oh boy. Opponent mulligans to 6. They probably have the full 4 Fulminator Mages. So this hand scares me a little bit. I think I'm going to mulligan. I would like to prioritize basics, and I'd like to have more lands. Bonecrusher Giant's kind of whatever. Cryptic's kind of awkward. I'm just going to mulligan. This feels much better. Alright, so we're going to keep this. We're going to ship Force Negation. We're already down a card. Dr. Pez, 13-month resale, welcome back. Cavern of Souls. Well, that is somewhat annoying. Flamekin Harbinger. Okay. Okay. Getting Unsettled Mariner. Sure. Card is certainly annoying, but... Morning, Eddie. Alright, their mana base is a little better this game than triple Blackcleave Cliffs. Opt. Tectonic Edge. Bottom. Cryptic Command. This is kind of what I was saying about our cards just feeling very clunky. Like, look at our hand right now. You know, it's like a 3-mana Planeswalker. Doesn't really affect the board. A 4-mana Counterspell. A 3-drop. A 3-drop. I guess we can just, like, Naked Snap to kill the Mariner. I don't mind that. Jake! Resub. Zibbies and chat, please. For Jake. This is League number 1. We just started. Match 1, League 1. Double dip. Your deck live. Alright, yeah, we'll just Snapcaster block here. No? Wow. Such discipline. Such discipline. Don't play Risen Reef, please. God damn it. Yeah, it's pretty tough. And they drew a card. Look at the card. Mystic Sanctuary. Wrong Weasley, Resell, welcome back. I mean, I guess we are Brazen Borrowing the Risen Reef in response to whatever they play. You don't actually have any plays right now, so... white, blue, another copy of Unsettled Mariner. And bouncing Risen Reef feels really bad, but I don't think we really have any other options here. Like Snap Opt is pretty bad. With 2 Mariners in play, we can't really kill anything anyway. And I guess we're getting a Steam Vents. Because I need this Mystic Sanctuary to come in untapped. Not in great shape here. Definitely not in great shape. Hitting buttons is tight. All right, so we bounced the Risen Reef, which isn't great, but all right. So we're at 11. They have a Black Leaf Cliffs. They have 3 cards in hand, one of which is a Risen Reef, and we have a Lightning Bolt. They also have Cavern of Souls, so our Cryptic Command looks pretty silly. I mean, jeez, this feels gross. It is 3 mana Lightning Bolt something. Snapcaster Opt and just blocking is kind of fine. I'm just gonna play the Sanctuary and just do nothing. Just feels kind of bad, but all right, just let it go. I mean, we can't even cast Anger, so even if we draw it, you know. This is the problem with Cryptic Command in Modern. I think this card just kind of sucks. I think it's only really good in the Urza deck because they're playing Mox Sapphire and they're playing Urza. It's sort of like in Vintage Cube, where your White Weenie deck isn't very good, but you have a Mox Pearl and a Soul Ring, and casting Elspeth on turn 2 is insane. You know? Same thing. If this card costs 3, it'd be insane. They have a Fulminator Mage that can't be countered. Yeah, I mean, can't really do much about that. Like, alright. I'll do Thero stuff, preview stuff later on. Definitely some cool cards, but so I think this is fine, and we just Snap Opt. I mean, I'm not saying the casting cost on Cryptic Command is a wrong casting cost. I'm saying that Modern is too good for a blue, blue, blue 1 counterspell. Cryptic Command is one of the most overrated cards in Modern. By a lot. I would say it's mostly unplayable, if not like, you know, it's a 1 or 2 of maybe in some decks. Remand goes to the bottom. We draw a Breeding Pool. It's a little awkward, but we draw another Lightning Bolt. Alright, so I guess we're going to 6. I guess we're going to like tap draw. We need to cast some sort of a spell. Playing Brazen Borrower as much as can't block. And again, Brazen Borrower is the kind of card where I think this card's very overrated. I think this card is good if you're very aggressive and bad if you're behind. As you can see here, we're behind, doesn't really do anything. So that makes me unhappy. And making our deck leaner and more aggressive would be a way to make Brazen Borrower a lot better. City Brass. Thunderkin Awakener. I mean, I'm not even sure what we're drawing to here at this point. They have card advantage and the board and life. Oh, you're right. Mariners is players also. I mean, we're just dead here anyway, so. Alright, so pretty rough game there. So far, I would say Royal Scions is living up to my predictions. It hasn't done anything, and there hasn't really been a point we've been able to play it because it just... The opportunity cost on Royal Scions is really, really high. It's a 3-mana sorcery speed thing, doesn't affect the board. Their deck is pretty sweet. We've played the 5-color elemental deck before. Maybe a Blood Moon against them, honestly. I think I like Blood Moon more than like Force of Negation. Counters on Earth, but we weren't really sure what you're right, tap doesn't target. Nicole's right. Like game 1 they had like Shriekhorn and like a million Unearths. So I wasn't sure if they were, but it seems like they're just playing the 5-color elemental deck. What's up, Tuna? Let's try Blood Moon on the play. Come on. Yeah, I mean, we just can't keep this hand, unfortunately. We can't rely on Remand against the Cavern of Souls deck. This is better. This is better. We ship a land. We have Peak and Remand and Petty Theft. I like Peak. I like Peak a lot. Alright. So, no Cavern of Souls, please. Of Shriekhorn. Alright. Oh, that's actually pretty annoying. Peak is really bad against Unsettled Mariner. Their hand is Brutality, Brutality, Thunderkin, Thunderkin, Unsettled Mariner. Alright. It's a pretty good hand, honestly. Just 2 lands, perfect mana, all spells. Alright. Oh, the Royal Scions, eh? We can't remand most things because they have Cavern of Souls. So, Shriekhorn hits Spite Bellows and Risen Reef. So the actual perfect hit there with Risen Reef. Now they have Thunderkin Risen Reef going, which is really annoying. They mill again. They hit Unsettled Mariner, Risen Reef again. Alright, so the old perfects. Not too good. We can bolt a Thunderkin. Suppose we could just Brazen Borrower because they have another one anyway. Yeah, I'm going to borrow it. The thing about Brazen Borrower is that it feels like it's always doing stuff, but you need to question how good is the stuff that it's doing. Like, how good was that? You know, 2 mana unsummon, and now I have the ability to play a bad creature. Like, is that even worth it? Oh my god, Mystic Sanctuary, no! Dinky, what's up, my friend? Hope you're feeling better. Zibby says hi. What are you doing, Zibby? Zibby's a little monster. Shriekhorn for a 3rd time, hitting Swamp. Man, I wish they'd do Swamp instead of Cavern of Souls Reflecting Pool, you know? I mean, this deck just feels classically stuck in the middle. One of the biggest issues I get in these Your Deck lives is that people have their deck trying to do too many things at once, and it ends up being kind of stuck in the middle without committing to something. They're going to play Unsettled Mariner. I'm going to cycle my Remand because, frankly, it's doing nothing. So, Sinkhole. Surgical Extraction. That actually wasn't bad because that makes their Thunderkin Awakener much more handleable. We could even play Scions this turn, then use Surgical to defend against Thunderkin Awakener. Grimy, resub, welcome back. My Goblin deck yesterday on YouTube, or on Monday on YouTube, is the exact list that I would play, probably. Check that out. Mog Monday. Mog Monday. Loot. Brazen Borrower in the pooper. Your turn. So, ideally they go for Thunderkin here. And we get to blow them out. Surgical Extraction. Making it look like the shields are down. Shields up, Captain. Oh, crap. Oh, that's annoying. Well, if they kill my Scions, I don't discard. Alright. So we lose 2 cards here. It's probably Surgical and I guess Lightning Bolt, because Sinkhole is just better. Maybe not. Maybe it's just Sinkhole. And then we'll just snap Surgical. Alright. This, yeah, I mean, I feel like the Surgical isn't even good anymore. They have multiple threats in the graveyard anyway. This is what I was saying about Royal Scions, like, just not really doing anything. Like, we're looting, but the opportunity cost for a 3-mana sorcery speed thing in Modern, it's got to do better than loot every turn. It's got to do better than that. I mean, we have Snap, Surgical. We can't Bolt, though. This is pretty gross. We're just, like, really behind here. I don't know if we can beat both Thunderkin Awakeners, realistically. Their hand is Brutality, Brutality, Thunderkin, Thunderkin. We can Bolt a Thunderkin. Yeah. Feels bad. Again, the Royal Scions is another card that looks like it does a lot of things, but it's important to think about how those things work. You know, this is a lot of just card evaluation. I would say Royal Scions and Brazen Borrower are both cards people tend to overrate because they do a lot of stuff. They bounce things. You can cast them, make 2 spells in 1, plus loot, plus pump this thing, high loyalty. But realistically, it's about what is the card doing for you. Alright, so they have a Thunderkin Awakener. They want to move to combat. We can Surgical whatever they target. I guess we'll do that and buy a turn. We can Snap, block the Mariner. And then maybe we can Bolt and then Sanctuary the Bolt. Alright, they're going to go for Skeletal. They're going to try and kill me. That's kind of worse than them getting Risen Reef because it kind of makes my... like, they still have the Risen Reefs. Alright, let's target Surgical. Give you 10. Let's get a little look at their deck here, too. Let's see what's going on. They're playing 4 Collective Brutalities. It's pretty wild. 4 Unearths. 2 Nile Spellbombs. Only 2 Fulminator Mages. That's wild. Unsettled Mariner. Thunderkin. Vesper Lark. So they're kind of just like a mixture of the 5-color Elemental deck with some extra Graveyard shenanigans. So if you want their deck list, there it is. So that fizzles. This blocks here. I think we're actually in okay shape this game. So this is gonna die. Then we're gonna bolt the Thunderkin and have a bolt on top of our deck for the other Thunderkin. Although they can't Brutality us. So if I put the bolt on top, they just get to Brutality us before they cast the other Thunderkin. So I don't even think I do that. Awkward. Hey! That actually wasn't bad. Well, they can just Spite Bellows us. Probably won't do that, though. Alright. We could just Surgical the Thunderkin Awakener. Well, we could wait until they... Yeah, I think that's better. We could wait until they cast it and then hit the Risen Reef, but hitting the Thunderkin in their draw stat makes more sense, so... They had 2 in their hand? God, that's awesome. The problem is they have Risen Reef in their hand also, so that's really bad. Their hand is Brutality, Ingot Chewer, Risen Reef. What? I can't see their hand? Why didn't you... Yeah. So we'll put the bolt on top after or before our loot. Risen Reef. Reflecting Pool. Alright, so draw. Wait, could I have cast this? I could have. I clicked too fast. That was a good draw anyway. Yeah, that's sorry. Oh. Oh, I hate looter effects so much. I mean, I guess I want a Bonecrusher. I mean, Snapcaster would be in play. But I guess I'm just Bonecrusher Gianting. That's really gross. They also have 2 Brutalities in their hand. So, the Brazen Borrower would just die if I would have just died if I cast it last turn. Do I think Dreadbore should see more modern play thanks to Oko? Yes. Red. Hardcast Ingot Chewer. Welcome to reality. This is fun. They're going to kill their own Shriekhorn. Love it. Their hand is Brutality, Brutality, and we were at 7. So we actually can't get hit by this Ingot Chewer. So I guess we're just gonna get a bolt on top and kill it. Long game here, long game. We do have the ultimate on, I'm just going to kill this now, so you have to kill it, so. We have the ultimate on Royal Scions lingering as well. So they have double brutality and the card they drew. What is the card they drew? Don't be, I guess Flamekin Harbinger's fun. Yes, we're casting Brazen Borrower now. What are they going to get? Flamekin Harbinger for Risen Reef is pretty good. Man, long first match here. Jeez. They got Mirror Entity. Okay. Brutality. Drain for 2. Sure. So what are we going to do? Come on, cast it. What are you going to do with this Royal Scions? Anger of the Gods. Tilt. I guess we just ultimate. Yeah, whatever. Another Anger or another Royal Scions. And a Snapcaster Mage. Okay. Super awkward on basically all fronts. Wait, their hand is... Did they lose a brutality? Why do they only have one card in their hand? Oh, the entity's on top. Alright, never mind. Alright. So, I mean, they're drawing entity. They can only pump twice. Bonecrusher blocks really well. We have Snap Bolt for the entity. This all feels very reasonable to me. Going to 3. No. Brutality. Duress. You got it. Feel like I would have killed the Brazen Borrower, but that's just me. That's just me. Can't duress with Snapcaster Mage. So, Snap Bolt, the Mirror Entity, attack for 7, and... I don't think they have any outs because the Thunderkins and the Skeleton Lightning Elementals are all out of their deck. So, oh my god. How did that happen? That's not actually tapped, is it? Why am I not floating mana? What the hell is that? What's going on with Magic Island today? I tapped the island somehow, and... It didn't prompt me for mana burn or anything. It just tapped it and then said, okay. Whatever. So I should be able to cast the Royal Scions, but I can't. Magic Island's doing work today. It's not attacking my creatures. Just let me tap lands. Who knows? Who knows? Here it comes. Unsettled Mariner, you got it. So Scions plus on the flyer, they're dead. So he won this match, but things were certainly sketchy a lot of the time. Logor, I don't know what the best deck is for a modern tournament right now. Should probably have Oko in your deck. If you know how to play Urza or Blue-Green Titanship, both those decks seem good. I don't really know. I haven't played a ton of serious modern in a while. Alright, so I mean we won. But it's a little rocky at times. Oh god, opponent, you're dead. Alright. Kind of weird Magic Online bugs in that game, honestly. There were 2 weird bugs. The no attack on the Snapcaster Mage. It was red. And the that weird island tap, but sure. Alright, so we are 1-0. We are 1-0. But we're certainly feeling the clunk a little bit. We are definitely feeling the clunk. Let's see how it goes. Remember, folks, the stream's brought to you by Coalesce Apparel and Design.shop. The shirts are so comfortable. Comfy shirts. Check them out. Coalesce Apparel and Design. CoalesceApparel.shop. Go buy your Magic shirts. They have Demir shirts and Simic shirts and Gruul shirts. They're making me a shirt soon. Hashtag soon. And check it out. Promo code JIM10. Seriously, they're really, really comfortable shirts. Aside from the fact that the designs are fun, they're just very, very comfortable, very, very well-made shirts. You'll enjoy wearing them, I promise. Coalesce Apparel and Design.shop. Also check out CoolStuffInc.com. CoolStuffInc.com. Number source for your game shopping needs. CoolStuffInc.com. Go buy your Magic cards. 5% off. Go buy your board games, card games, miniatures. My articles. Video Monday, Article Friday. Bunch of other content. All the content is always free. No paywall. No subscriptions. All free content every day. CoolStuffInc.com. Check it out. Promo code JIM5. These we're going to keep. Ancient Ziggurat. Oh, man. Cavern of Souls all day, every day. Royal Scions all day, every day. Alright, no Cavern of Souls. They have Athalia. So the problem is, they have Athalia's Lieutenant. Alright, we're going to get a Steam Vents here. And blast this champion of the parish into oblivion. Alright, Royal Scions number 2. Thoughts on Royal Scions, Eternal Madness? We're going to say go. They have Mantis Rider. Alright. This is an attack for 5. Give him the old Opskis. Mystical Dispute. Well, it's funny because if they didn't have Cavern of Souls, I kind of look like an idiot for not casting Optim Response because it's a blue card, but they did have Cavern of Souls, so didn't think about 1-mana interaction. Bottom. Draw Mystic Sanctuary. Alright. We have Magmatic Sinkhole, I suppose. Playing a lower land count deck with Mystic Sanctuary is also pretty tough. What is Eternal Madness? What has the Royal Scions been doing for you that you like? I mean, we also have Snap. We can't Snap Bulk because we have Sanctuary, so this is actually really, really awkward. Alright, thank God. Alright, so we get Snap Bolt here. Oh God, don't do it. White. That's actually great, sure. Alright, so Snap Bolts. Feels nice. You only have 2 cards left. That's good for us. Yes, I agree that Scions is better in Pioneer because they're usually pushing a Delve spell. I do agree with that. Alright. So we don't want to top the Opt or the Sinkhole, unfortunately. But we do want to Sinkhole this Thalia's Lieutenant. M4. Check out the chunky red deck that Todd Anderson's been playing. That was Killer Germ's deck, I think. Here is something you can't understand. I like it just Killer Germ. There's no reason to put Sinkhole or Opt on top of our deck, so we're just gonna say go and probably cast a 4-mana Sinkhole. I guess we could fetch Scion's Loot. Now put 5 cards in the graveyard. Actually, yeah, we'll do that. That's better. Alright, so get ourselves an island. That's 5. That's 4 in the graveyard. Looting is 5. Pitch Royal Scions. I should pitch the land maybe, but alright, just say go here. A champion has arrived. The Phantasmal Image. Alright, well, I should probably respond to that. Because they're going to Lieutenant. That's really bad for us. I think we're dead, folks. So they get to have a 4/4 attacking this turn. We get to go to 2. I don't really know what we're drawing to here. Probably not Polluted Delta. I mean, Cryptic Command buys a turn. It's not, like, particularly great. I guess we'll keep the Sanctuary to... We can loop the Cryptic again. It's not really getting anywhere, but sure. So I'll pitch the Delta. I can target their image, but it's currently a 1/1. So we're not there yet. Noble Hierarch. Can't be countered, yeah. I mean, it's not exactly a lock here. Like, I guess we could do that. We could bounce Sanctuary and then draw the Sanctuary with the... Alright, let's see what we got here. I'm trying to figure this out. So we can tap draw. So I guess we could tap draw, bounce Sanctuary, play Sanctuary, loot to Cryptic every turn until they draw a way to interact with it. So we can, like, well, now we have Snap. We can't Snap those, we'll lose it. So we can Sanctuary, Cryptic Command, loot, discard. We want to get Snap in play eventually. And say go. This card's really dumb. Just terrible, terrible design. So we bounce Mystic Sanctuary. Tap the team. I'm just going to raw dog a Snapcaster here. So I can start attacking. Brazen Borrower. Okay. So we Sanctuary. Target Cryptic Command. Draw a card. I think we're going to discard Snapcaster Mage. There's no reason to ult. We have a loop here. We'll say go. We might ult next turn. We definitely want to keep the Royal Scions in play though. It's part of our lock. Wait. I'm nervous I selected the wrong mode. Turn target permanent, tap off. Alright, cool. Okay. Correct. Well, next turn we can just use the ultimate on Scions to Mystical Dispute to draw the Cryptic. It's a very silly game of Magic so far. We've already played land though, so we can't play. So we can never play Brazen Borrower because we have got to keep playing the Mystic Sanctuary, but okay. Melee Mage beats us, yeah. I mean, we definitely lose to things, you know. Aether Vial. So, Aether Vial, they could vial in a haste creature in combat and still kill us. That's like a ways away, though. I think we still Brazen Borrower that, though. Maybe not, actually. Yeah, let's hold the Brazen Borrower. That's stupid. I guess they have Melee Mage, something like that. So draw. Sanctuary. Put this on top. Very fun, very fun. The Vial complicates things, but they're at 8. This is very, very silly, by the way. That's true. We can fetch Sanctuary. That is very true. We still have 1 Sanctuary left. So I could just tap and draw here. And then we can just fetch a land next turn. So we can actually cast Brazen Borrower. That's really good, too. Wow. Well, yeah, I guess. That's heinously obnoxious. Just really, really obnoxious. Explosives are in, angers are in, Mystical Dispute and Remand are gone. I guess these negations gotta go too. We have way too many cards to take out. Blood Moon is in. I mean, I really don't want any counter spells against their Cavern of Souls. Jace the Mind Sculptor is also pretty bad. Grudge is not good for Vile. I mean, Vile is pretty annoying. It is actually like actively good against a lot of the things that we do, but bringing Grudge just for Vile is pretty lame. Excuse me. I guess there's like a chance it's Jace. Maybe it is Grudge. So everything else seems terrible. You know, like the impact of hitting a Vile is huge. And like Force of Negation, Remand, Mystical Dispute, Jace are all just awful. I'm bringing 1 Jace, which is just better than the other cards we have, but yeah, like Remand on the draw into Cavern of Souls is just the worst. Doesn't get much worse than that. Rob Banana, 6-month resale, welcome back. Y'all great. I love y'all. Normally I'm pretty against bringing in destroy artifact effects against Vile decks, but it seems better than the other options. As you draw Bolt Steam Vents, which is awkward, but we gotta keep this hand. We have Bolt and Snap, so. Getting Ziggy with it. Na 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 na. Alright, I believe this is a pretty clear don't bolt the bird spot. I mean, we're not going to shock for nothing. If they have like Mantis Rider, it's annoying, but white 1. What cost white 1? The Horn of Gondor. That's pretty good. Meddling Mage. Royal Scions. Always ready to party. Don't bolt the bird logic here. We have one removal spell. And there are many more important things to kill in humans than a Noble Hierarch. They play a Thalia, Meddling Mage, Kitesail Freebooter, Manus Rider, etc., etc., etc. We kill Noble Hierarch, they play Thalia on turn 2. You know, like that's not a good look. So, all right. I mean, we're just gonna chill here. Bolting the bird is one of the most dogmatic things and sayings in Magic. People follow it blindly without thinking about it. All right, so they're gonna attack here. I think we just bolt the Bugler. It kind of sucks, but realistically, if they have phantasmal images and stuff, Bugler's bad for us. It stops damage. If it gets pumped once, we can't really kill it anymore. It sucks, but... Will this video be on YouTube? Yeah, probably. It's often right to bolt the bird, but... What are they going to name? Quick, what are they going to name?
What are they gonna name?
I said, what are they going to name?
Oh gosh, Snapcaster. I don't know. Do they know what's in your hand? How would they know?
They're cheating, obviously.
Obviously.
They name Lightning Bolt.
Lightning Bolt.
Uh-oh. Well, I was correct about the image.
Don't you love being right?
I mean, we can Royal Scions kill the mage here. Royal Scions is about to earn its keep.
One of them. Not
Anger of the Gods. Vendilion Clique. Okay. So I'll take the affecting the board Royal Scions here. That's for sure.
Do you need anything?
I need to
Another
draw...
copy of a Royal Scions.
I need to draw like a kill spell. It's not a Lightning Bolt.
Ah.
Deputy of Detention on my Royal Scions. Rats. Mystic Sanctuary. Brazen Borrower is, I guess, a card. We're only do a ton.
Well, you have fun without your lightning bolts.
Thanks.
You too, Zibby.
Appreciate that.
Oh, I know. Hi, friends. Oh, God. Careful, your phone's about to do that, too.
Snow Squall Warning.
But we know what that is this time.
What?
The squall thing is like when it snows and there's like really, really high winds and it just like comes and goes and it's like done in 10 minutes.
Done in 10 minutes?
Yes.
10 minutes isn't that bad.
I don't know. It's just like one of those quick things that comes in.
Okay, anyway.
That was a bad play alarm.
We're all going to die. We're all going to die. Alright, so...
I'm ready to go.
I mean, click blocking is kind of fine, too. I'm just going to play Scalding Tarn as they go. They're going to play Aether Vial. Resolves. They're going to play Meddling Mage. Fire away. What are you going to name? Probably name Snapcaster Mage then attack, and we're just going to get him with a click. It name's Cryptic Command. I think Clique is just a bomb. I just love Vendilion Clique, personally. Just like one of my favorite cards. I just love looking at their hand and not taking anything. Reflector Mage. Yeah, like now. Probably should have waited till post-combat with the... Maybe not, the Meddling Mage. Alright, so... We actually don't have any dual lands left, so I probably should have not got... Actually, I'm sorry, we can get the Breeding Pool. We have 3 explosives in our deck. So that's actually super relevant. Peak Royal Scions. We could Sanctuary back the Bolt. Peak to draw it. Bolt the Deputy. It's fine. It's all fine. I still have Blood Moon in? Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think that they have a basic and then a Vial and a Noble Hierarch, so... Alright, so Bolt Deputy. Lutsky. Snapcaster Mage, sure. We're definitely gonna Brazen Borrower the Aether Vial at some point too. Do I peek on their turn? I want to plus this Royal Scions, so. We're gonna play another Meddling Mage. Sure. I imagine they're also naming Lightning Bolt. Maybe I should have Snap Bolt in response here. They named Snapcaster Mage. Okay. And they're attacking what? The Royal Scions. Alright. This is fun. I mean, their hand's Reflector Mage. Like, yeah. Powerful. So we're going to Petty Theft the one on Snapcaster Mage. And then we're going to Snap Bolt away. Just bang, bang, bang. We're going to loot Jace the Mind Sculptor. I mean, Snap Bolt, Snap Peek is pretty good. I think Jace is like a little too hard to get going. I mean, Snap Bolt the Reflector Mage. They have Meddling Mage in their hand. They have Aether Vial available too, so you gotta watch out for them doing that in response to a Snapcaster Mage. Anyway, scooped. That was easy. Why figure out to do when your opponent just scoops? 2-0, I guess. It feels like things have felt pretty clunky. We are winning. I mean, you know, we're winning a lot on the back of just, you know, Snap Bolts, etc., etc. But we'll take it. We'll take it. 2-0. Your Deck Live. Eternal Madness is Modern Izzet Tempo Control. Remember, folks, check out bcwsupplies.com. Number one source for your game supply needs. The Elite 2 deck guard sleeves. Best sleeves in the market. They're actually having a big sale right now. It's like 25% off their sleeves. Don't use my promo code. It's all, I retweeted it like a few days ago. I'll find it for you. But big sale happening right now. Try out the Elite 2 sleeves. Best sleeves in the market. They're already fairly inexpensive. You buy a 5-pack. You buy a 5-pack and they're like $6 a pack of sleeves, which is insane. Here it is. Use code ELITE2 to save 25%. So you could probably buy a 5-pack for like $5 a pack. But get the mulberry matte fronts. I prefer matte fronts. If you like gloss front, that works too. But I prefer the matte fronts. But yeah, check it out. bcwsupplies.com. $6.44 in a 5-pack without a promo code. You put in my promo code or that promo code, you save a lot of money. Check it out. bcwsupplies.com. Also check out Cardboard Live. You see it on the overlay? I know you do. Cardboard Live. And if you're a content creator, please get involved with them. Email James, message them on Twitter. They are the future of watching Magic on the internet. Big things coming from Cardboard Live in 2020. You're going to want to get involved. All right? You're going to want to get involved. Also, had a resub, Urkin Elite. 14-month resub. Urkin says, what one word describes the new Star Wars movie? I only get one word. One word's really tough. I mean, like, you go with like a basic like disappointment or disappointing. I would need a good word that encapsulates the idea of total lack of vision. But I don't know what word that would be. Decklist is not on the overlay. It should be. Is the Cardboard Live overlay working right now? Because I believe I updated it. All right, so we're on the play. We have Remand. This is fine. Uninspired, unoriginal. Safe is really good. Safe is good. Cowardly? I like cowardly. New Star Wars, cowardly. It's not predictable in a lot of ways. Giver of Runes. Man, our opponents are playing some modern today. They're just like doing stuff. Saving? I'll do my Star Wars rant another time. Your Deck Live is not a good time for that. Unsatisfactory. There are a lot of words. Royal Scions. Royal Scions is always there for us, you know? Always. Alright, there's some sort of Eldrazi deck. Aether Vial. Not a very good remand target, that's for sure. I don't really understand why you wouldn't attack for 1 year. With Mother Runes, it can protect itself. This one can't. You think it saved the series? Okay. I mean, yeah, I'll do a Star Wars video later on. I have things to say. It's been long enough. I can say them now. All right. Yes, I would say saying that Rise of Skywalker saved the series is a Mustafarian molten hot lava take. All right, so bounce Aether Vial because that's the card we want to slow down. Land here, please? No. That kind of sucks. A little Clunk City here. A little Clunk City. Nah, I'll do that at a different stream. I'll pick a time and I'll do that. I'll record a nice little, like, 20-minute rant video. Raise your hand in chat if you want to see a 20-minute rant video on me talking about Star Wars. I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinion, you know? That's the beauty of opinions and art. This is fine. And they're going to play an Eldrazi Displacer. So easy remand. Draw land, that's good. Are they going to attack now? Yeah, I don't really get this. It's not Mother Runes, you know? A lot of threes, We just have so many cards that cost 3. All of them cost 3, actually. 3s are wild. So they have an Eldrazi Displacer, and they have an Aether Vial. They have a bunch of Eldrazi Temples. We could just cast Scions here. I kind of like the idea of just getting a flyer in play and starting to attack. Let's just say go. I mean, we can't kill it once it's in play. I heard it described as the prequel trilogy was a good idea executed poorly, while the sequel trilogy was a bad idea executed well. I can sort of buy that. I guess they're going to dispute here. It feels pretty bad, but We can't actually deal with it once it's in play with the Giver of Runes already there, but just refuse to attack. Bonecrusher Giant. God, I wish we had a land. If I could go Brazen Borrower the Vial and Bonecrusher the Giver of Runes, I would feel so nice right now. Maybe we just stick the Scions and loot. This Force of Negation is pretty bad. It's kind of rotting a hole in our hand. Vector says, hey Jim, I'm a web developer trying to start up some freelance work and get a good portfolio established. Do you know if there's a need, big or small, in Magic community for websites, personal or otherwise? Message Cedric. Cedric Phillips is currently looking for a web designer. All right, we're going to loot. That's a land. Pitch the Force Negation. Play land. Say go. All right, so we're certainly vulnerable to a lot of things here. They also have a lot of cards in their hand because they missed a lot of land drops. Oh, God. Oh, they have Displacer again? That's kind of gross. Kai, resub. Welcome back. Cryptic Command. Aether Vial. This is bad. Are they going to Sculptor, Displacer Sculptor? Does that work? I mean, we can't do anything right now because they have Displacer and Giver of Runes up, so. Alright, that works. I guess they have Giver of Runes also. So I can I'm gonna Brazen Borrower the Sculptor. And we're still gonna lose a card to the Sculptor's first part. Duncan, 40-month resub, welcome back. So they put the Sculptor in the stack. They're targeting us. Right? The Sculptor's ability is two separate abilities, so the blink trick works on it. Where we're going to lose a card no matter what this. Oh, wait, Bonecrusher. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, okay. I'm going to Brazen Borrow the Sculptor and see what happens. The problem is we're going to lose a card to hand anyway, but we'll just hope we can bait out the Giver of Runes activation here. We got him. We got him. Mama said stomp you out. We're losing a lot of stuff here. But, so, the return card comes back. Protection. Petty Theft will fizzle. Displacer will fizzle. And then we lose a card from our hand. Which sucks. But, we still have two Adventures. Planeswalker. Lose a click. Sure. We'll loot. Discard and opt and say go. Not ideal, but the vial's on 3, which is pretty bad for us. Why not bounce the Giver first, then stomp the Sculptor? Yeah, it's better. Yeah, it's better. You're right. You right. Yeah, so I bounce the Giver, they have to activate it, and then I can do it response, and then the Giver's also in their hand. That was just a mistake on my part. Force of Negation. Alright, loot. I mean, is Force worse than land? Giver plus Displacer is a pretty soft lock, honestly. I kind of want to just keep playing lands and playing threats, honestly. Let's just say go. We're going to click them and just try and get some flyers in place for attacking. They're going to Vial on 3. Wasteland Strangler. Raw dogging it. Oh, wait. Wait, what? Oh, I don't have a creature. So they they could process my adventures in theory, but I don't have a creature for them to target. So that could have been really cool for them, but ended up not being really cool. Ghost Quarter, okay. Begin combat. So Royal Scions is in danger here. Do we care? I don't think so. I don't think so. Just gain 6 life here and start playing flyers, trying to kill them. 1 borrower's in the graveyard. 1 is an adventure from earlier. Right. We're going to click them. I kind of would like to click them in response to a Vial activation. Like, if they have another Strangler here, it's an absolute blowout. But we need to do something. It's been an annoying game. Their hand is Path to Exile, Path to Exile. Alright, well, I guess we're going to leave those. We just take 1, maybe. Yeah, I guess I'll just take 1. The floor on Strangler is just too low. Just too often it's just a 3-2. It's a lot of work. Cryptic tap, fetch. Oh, I could have got a Sanctuary. Yeah, I'm sorry, folks. This deck is fairly complicated. I just forgot about Sanctuary briefly. I want to cast both spells next turn, but in Cryptic, getting Sanctuary doesn't really work without. There's no lock without Royal Scions. So you'd be able to draw the card every turn. It's pretty funny. Okay. I think we're just casting both spells. They can like keep flickering stuff, but we'll hold Cryptic and we'll hold Sanctuary. Yeah. This is a spell, yeah. Ah, crap. That's fine, actually, because we have no other cards in exile. Oh, we do. Damn it. That's really annoying. We like can't win this game. We can't beat this. We can't beat the board they've assembled. Between Giver of Runes, Displacer, and Strangler, we have 2 cards in exile currently. We just like can't win. They should get to kill both creatures here. And we have nothing and we can't kill anything. Let's go next game. Pretty annoying board. Giver of Runes and Displacer and a bunch of mana. Kind of weird that that board would even get set up against our like Bolt Snapcaster deck. I mean, I guess we just drew like multiple Force of Negations and Mystical Disputes, and these cards just weren't very good. The problem was we just like never got on the board. Our opponent's hand was really, really slow, but we just didn't do anything. You know? It's pretty awkward. Alright, we're bringing in... I mean, once again, these disputes are really bad. We're on the play. The forces are really bad, too. We definitely want explosives. Definitely want Anger the Gods. And I like the Grudge because it also kills the Sculptor. We gotta cut 1 more card. Probably a Remand. Just like the least impressive. I mean, we could cut a Royal Scions. I mean, Royal Scions has been kind of mopey. Sometimes, like, we drew a lot of adventure creatures in that game, and they just aren't that good. Like, they're good in the sense that, like, they are... In Bonecrusher Giant's straight 2 for 1, but neither card is very good. 2-mana Shock's not very good. Random 4/3 is not very good. And they're clunky. You know, we're having a definite clunk problem with this deck. I'm, like, mildly interested in Jace. Yeah. We'll see how I feel for game 3. I don't think you have Blood Moon. We'll see. Maybe. It is kind of awkward for us, too. Like, you know, we have a lot of double blues, triple blues, and stuff. And it's hard to cast it early and then also cast our spells. Speaking of casting spells, yeah, Moon might be fun. Alright, we're going to keep this. I think we're going to ship the Royal Scions. Royal Scions has been pretty unimpressive. Cerzar, thanks my friend, appreciate it. Welcome back. Put them all against the 6 also. We got a peek though. We're going to know exactly what's up. Love it. Maybe we just have a vial when the moon sucks, right? Basic planes. LOL Blood Moon. Peak says Arbiter, Thought Not Seer, and a couple lands. They have a Ghost Quarter too. So heads up on that. We have a Remand though. Remand. Click. I mean, the awkward part is that they can just replay Arbiter into Ghost Quarter, which kind of sucks. But there's your Eldrazi Temple. And Thought Not Seer too. Let's see what we draw here. Ancient Grudge. That's really awkward. And they really just refuse to attack with this thing. Mystic Sanctuary, no! Oh, why you like this Mystic Sanctuary? Snapcaster Mage. Opt. I mean, they get to Ghost Quarter us next turn. They can Ghost Quarter, Arbiter, or cast Thought Not Seer. This damn Giver of Runes has just been hell on us. Like, we have the explosives. I mean, maybe we should play explosives on 1 and play a tap land here. Everything's just so clunky. We can't hold mana for Arbiter because we have Sanctuary coming in tapped. I was trying to draw a land off the Opt, but it did not work. Alright, they want an Arbiter, not Thought Not Seer, which is honestly kind of fine with me. Still not attacking. They refuse. Oh, man. We gotta find lands, so let's opt. That's an explosives. Bottom. Land? No. Awkward. Concealed Courtyard. Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. Instead of Thought Not Seer? Like, we're playing blue-red. Just cast the damn Thought Not Seer. What are we going to do? We can't kill it. You know, like... Or the Lightning Bolt deck. Sure. Like, they should have cast Thought Not Seer 2 turns ago, I feel like. Get the big thing in play, then Ghost Quarter me. Maybe we just click them. Take Thought Not Seer. Can't block because of the stupid thingy, but yeah, just click him and see what's up. We're not going to block Arbiter because they have a Giver of Runes in play, but... Alright, what's up? You have 3 cards in hand. Show me what you got. Flicker Wisp, Thalia, Thought Not Seer. I mean, they can Flicker Wisp my Engineered Explosives. That would be a good play. We'll take Thought here. See what they do. Draw a red source, we're like kind of okay shape. Alright, smart play, smart play. Ugh. Red source! Of course, that resets my explosives to 0 off of the Flicker Wisp. Draw step. Just want draw a card. Can I has card? Yes. So I have to pay 2 to fetch, and then 2 to bolt something. It's fine, I guess. So bolt that. Now Clique can block, and we can snap bolt something next turn. We're like in okay shape this game, realistically. They have Thalia and 2 random cards. They drew a Ghost Quarter. Pretty fortunate. Alright, we have to draw a red source again now. We are at 6 life points. Aether Vial. The Royal Scions. Alright. Alright, I mean, kind of a tough game there. I might have screwed up game 1, but... Cardboard battery. Cardboard Live does that for Arena. That ability is not possible in Magic Online. That's just not how Magic Online works, unfortunately. Alright, I mean, kind of a rough match there where we actually got punished for our cards being clunky. We kind of had like Royal Scions that didn't do anything. We had a million 3s in game 1. The first 2 matches, things felt clunky, but we didn't really get punished for it. That time we did. So, definitely there's gotta be cheaper cards in this deck. We're really, really competing here because we have this tension between we're playing 22 lands and like trying to be a little more tempo-y with we have these Mystic Sanctuaries that are like pretty awkward with the low land counts. We have a ton of 3s, but only 22 lands. We're just not doing enough early. And all of these cards that would be good when we're ahead, like Brazen Borrower, like Royal Scions, Remand, aren't being good because we're often not ahead. I think Blue Red should just shred attacks this deck. Any attacks this decks are terrible. Any Snap Bolt deck should be good against that deck. But what's up, Zan? If you folks tuning in, welcome to the stream. My name's Jim Davis. This is Your Deck Live, a show where I play Your Deck Live on stream. This is Eternal Madness' modern Izzet Tempo Control deck. We got a double dip here. We're currently in match number 4. We are 2-1, and we're gonna fix the deck and then play it again. Full double dip. It's gonna be great. I guess we're keeping. It's like pretty awkward, but like worst case we can like field into Bolt. We have Opt also. We do have Sanctuary tap. It feels pretty bad. Yeah, this Tectonic Edge feels pretty greedy. Like field just seems better of an edge anyway. But I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna be a little greedy. Oh my god, humans again? Man. Alright. Alright, well, that was good. Same person? I don't know. Oink Mage? It's a pretty memorable name, you know. Noble Hierarch, sure. Oh my god. They're attacking for a 5-ball on turn 2. Edge plays better with Remand. Don't want to give them resources back. I mean, when it works, you know, like, they already have 4 lands in play. It's just kind of slow, you know. Alright, well, Remand. Boot him. Snapcaster Mage. Okay. Ooh. That's a red source. There we go. Now we're cooking. Gonna get Steam Vents here. That's kind of gross. I guess Sanctuary and Clique gonna get Steam Vents. I could have opted maybe before I made my land drop, but Mirren Crusader, aka card that you lightning bolt. Got it. Well, first we're gonna kill the thing. All right, we're gonna opt first. See what's up. It's a Scalding Tarn. We're gonna bottom that. Another lightning bolt. Praise be. We're taking some damage here from these noble hierarchs, but Snap Bolt's pretty good, so I think we want to just get Steam Vents. It kind of sucks, but what about this deck classifies it as both tempo and control? That's kind of the problem we're having, honestly, is that there seems like to be a pretty big divide. We're kind of stuck in the middle here. We're playing some tempo-y cards, but we're also kind of playing some control-y stuff too, and the clash is clashing. I know I'm a real wordsmith. Why not wait till they attack, respond to these ult triggers? Because they're going to have a 4/4 champion of the parish when the Mirror Crusader enters the battlefield. Alright, so we say yeah. We could field them and then bolt, or we could snap and then bolt. The snap can't actually block a noble hierarch, but they're going to attack with the Crusader anyway. So they attack with Crusader, we bolt in response. I do have a degree in English and writing, yes. Field Bolt Crusader sounds like a pretty sweet magic card. Raider, resub, welcome back. 3 months, love it. Thanks everyone, appreciate it. Bunch of a tank here. What are they thinking about? What you thinking about? Hello? Red, white, blue. Damn it. Oh, all right. We could just click here and block the Mantis Rider. I suppose, like, Snap Bolt is 1 less damage. We could also use Click to... We could, like, miss Sanctuary Bolt to the top and then draw it with Click. There's no cards you want to lose, though. So if we just cast the bolt from our hand, then every card in our hand costs 3. That's a problem. So I think we want to play a 3-mana spell here. It does make for a bad Sanctuary next turn, but things are really awkward. Things are really awkward. Sanctuary plus Tectonic Edge, making our lives very, very confusing and complicated and difficult. I'm gonna block this turn. With Exalted, I might not be able to block in future turns anyway. So, all right, their hand is garbage. It's fine. So once I kill the Crusader and only Mass Rider attacks, I can't block anymore. So let's go to 6. They've got nothing. They have a land in their hand, so that's a peak. So we have Snap Bolt available, or just actual bolt. We can't Snap Bolt and peak because our lands are super awkward. We could Field of Ruin. We can't Field of Ruin Bolt because we get a mountain. Everything's so awkward. We can peak and Field of Ruin and Bolt. That's not bad. I don't mind that. Let's do that. Cracking Field is not free. You know, it does cost us mana, but I think we're gonna just bolt the Crusader and then Field and then peak. Get our third island in play and clean our mana up a little bit. What's up, Spiz? How's it going, everyone? Welcome. Your Deck Live, a show where I play Your Deck Live on stream. A lot of Your Deck Lives to do. I'm very backed up because of my trip to South Carolina, which was fruitful. The house should be on the market hopefully by the weekend. So, get rid of the house. Get the money from the house. Buy a house up here. Get a new office. Stream every day. That's the plan. We're getting there, slowly but surely. Hashtag soon, as usual. Yep, Eddie's got it. What are we, what you thinking, opponent? What you thinking about? If we destroy the canopy, they sack it with Noble Hierarch, and we don't get a land. Well, while we're waiting for our opponent, I want to remind you all to check out my Twitter. Give me a follow, @JimDavisMTG. And see, it works every time. It works every time. Now they're ready to go. Look, hand of the week. That's a fun hand of the week. Follow me on Twitter, @JimDavisMTG. Zibby of the week. Hand of the week. Look. The old Zibby of the week. There he is. In his natural state. Nope, we're back to waiting again. Come on, Oink Mage. Vitor. Resub, welcome back. 3 months, appreciate it. Thank you to all my subs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, the alerts are not working right now. I don't know why. I was on the line with Streamlabs for almost 2 hours yesterday, trying to get them to work, but their final line was they don't support OBS Classic anymore. Sucks, but... Oink Mage! What are you doing? Any of the new Theros cards giving me a Chain Ruler as a mistake vibe? I haven't looked super closely at it. Would Snow Basics and Astrolabe be good here? I mean, Astrolabe's not doing much for the deck, right? What's Astrolabe doing right here, really? Alright. Oh my god, they have another Mantis Rider? They have Meddling Mage. That's pretty awkward. That certainly throws a major wrench in our plans. Did I imagine they have Mantis Rider too? That'd be so sick. Alright. I guess we're bolted in response, so... If they drew Vendilion Mage and Mantis Rider off of their canopy and their draw step, I think we're dead. I think we're dead. Isn't really a reason to peek first. The name Lightning Bolt, sure. Peeking first gives them an extra mana. So I gotta field them first, so. Getting ziggy with it. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Getting ziggy with it. I guess they're like double queuing, which is kind of lame. But oh my god, are you kidding me? All right, so we got runner here, and that is definitely our end. Pretty crappy. We are drawing very, very thin now. I don't even know if we have any outs, honestly. Can we sneak in a Cryptic Lock? I mean, somebody's munching. Maybe not. Opponent, please. God. I hear munching. Thank you. Island. Peek you. Yep, that's an unclaimed territory you're sitting on. Bonecrusher Giant. That was actually really good if we draw a red source. No, it's not. We're still one short. The Royal Scions. Oh my god, we're playing standard. Yeah, we're dead. We can't deal with everything. Alright. I mean, pretty unfortunate. We had that game pretty far in hand. And they went from Noble Hierarch, no spells in hand, to Vendilion Mage and Mantis Rider. And they need kind of both of them to defend against our bevy of snaps and bolts here. So, a little unlucky on our part, honestly, but whatever. It's fun. Alright, so we're bringing in Explosives, Angers, Blood Moons, the Ancient Grudge. We're cutting the Remands, the Force of Negations, and the Mystical Disputes, and bringing in one Jace. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. I hear munching. We can hear you, Zibby. We can hear you. Yeah. He's literally like half asleep, laying in bed, just stuffing his face. What a life he lives, you know? He's just laying there like... Why not Vapor Snags? I mean... That's more of a tempo card than Brazen Borrower is, you know? That's the problem, though. And the problem I have with this deck is that we're kind of stuck in the middle. We're like half a control deck and half a tempo deck. And that's really making things awkward because you really need to go all or nothing into one of them, you know? Otherwise, the cards that are good in one are not good in the other. Do you think Zibby cares at all? Just munching away. So yeah, we gotta start thinking about the rebuild here. Ever had a guinea pig? Nah, they seem too skittish. Never had one though. So Eternal Madness, talk to me about this rebuild. I want to be more aggressive. I mean, you called the deck tempo, which makes me think you want to be a little more aggressive. What direction would you like to go with the rebuild? Because I'm not happy with where we're currently at. Your deck, you decide. Stand's pretty solid. You can keep this. Alright. We'll lead on peak. I think the information's pretty nice. Rick. Thanks, my friend. I appreciate it. Anyone wants to buy a house in South Carolina? It's real nice. Everything's redone. Oh, yeah. God, you love to see that when you have your one Ancient Grudge in hand. They have Thalia, Vendilion Mage Freebooter. Sure. Bonecrusher Giant. Awesome. Can't freebooter that one. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Feels good. Dreadhorde Arcanist. It's not bad. They play Thalia. Sure. We have another Bonecrusher Giant. I think I just like Bolt for the first one because we're making their freebooter pretty bad here. So I just think that the adventure cards are just very overrated. Like they're good, but they're not really modern good. You know, like they're just too clunky. I don't mind a few Brazen Borrowers if we're like really aggressive, but Dreadhorde is good with the Royal Scions. I'm not sure what you're flashing back that costs 2 and 3, but talk to me. We're all a team here. We all work together. What are everyone's thoughts? So, this deck has a lot of cues from old Splinter Twin. I mean, Royal Scions, it just isn't that good. I'm just not seeing it with the Royal Scions. Like, it hasn't really done anything for us. We've ultimated it once or twice, but like, we probably would have won those games anyway because the opponent wasn't doing anything. You know, so I'm not as big on like we might play 2 Royal Scions. Zan, new sub. What's your name? Where you from? Welcome, my friend. All right, so there's your freebooter. There's territory. There's your Cavern Souls. We know a large portion of their hand. Lightning bolts. Just chill here, I guess. Yeah, like playing Delver seems reasonable. Playing Pyromancer seems reasonable. Aria of Flame is very different. It's a very different card for a very different kind of deck. I'll type Bonecrusher this. Bonecrusher Giant. Dinky says, I found that Bonecrusher Giant is to aggro what Teferi is to control. Looks like it would be very good in the archetype, but actually being better up against the archetype. I could buy that. It's pretty reasonable. Melee Mage on Stomp. You can do that? I guess you can do that. Yeah, alright. I mean, we have... I kind of like just casting Bonecrusher Giant here. Like, what you gonna do, you know? Alright. And they have a Lieutenant. It's pretty annoying. Alright, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Fair, fair, fair. My issue with Delver and Thing is they have such low longevity. If you get a setback at all, you have a terrible time. But we're like sort of having that problem anyway. We're not really getting ahead, but we're not playing the big late game of a control deck anyway. So like, why not give ourselves the ability to have that early in the game, you know? Alright, their board is getting a lot better now. We're probably just bolting the Thalia. And they only have 1 card left. Yeah. Alright. Do I think an Aria of Flame Jab deck would work? I don't know if the Flame Jab is worth it. Oh god, don't be Manish Rider. What is this? Black. Campbell. Campbell makes him good. Alright. I mean, we're going to kill Vithalia in response. This is going to pump their 2 creatures, but they can't really attack into my Bonecrusher Giant, so... And then we get to Snap Bolt something. Block. Take that trade all day. Flooded Strand, sure. That makes the Sinkhole really good too. We definitely just like Snap Bolt on the Campbell here. Just like go and see what they do. Scions Bluster flashes back Electrolyze. I would say the modern format has passed the card Electrolyze by about 6 years. I like me some Electrolyze, don't get me wrong, alright? I've cast many Electrolyze in my day, but current power level in Modern is a little above the Electrolyze curve. If you're Manus Rider, God, they're so good. What a sicko. Alright. This is not great for us. Next up is Ryan from South Carolina. I want to buy a house. Blanks, RTR, favorite card, Ink Moth Nexus. Favorite deck, Infect, puppy named Spike. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate it. Alright. We're in trouble here. We're definitely in trouble here. We could just Brazen Borrower to block. We're taking a lot of damage. We can like Brazen Borrower to block and then Sinkhole and take 8 but kill 2 things. And then we can like Snap Bolt, Sinkhole. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty rough. Alright, they're going to draw a Manish Rider right on time. Our last human's opponent was not good at drawing Manish Rider right on time. We beat them, but we're losing here. You're taking 100 million billion damages. Kill Campbell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go to 4 and they play Grafdigger's Cage. God damn it. Nice Snapcaster Mage, idiot. How do you bring in Grafdigger's Cage against me? Alright. I mean, you can just, like, play Bonecrusher and Sinkhole the Meddling Mage. Manish Rider off the top. Name Sinkhole. Do it. Just do it. I would love for you to name Sinkhole. Name Lightning Bolt. Sure. Alright. I mean... Block. I guess I have Mystic Sanctuary, right? I can put... I can't put a card on top and cast Sinkhole. It's kind of lame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Yeah, it's pretty gross. Alright. Not really sure what we're drawing to here. I mean, like... We're basically at parity. It's not the worst. I mean, Snapcaster blocking melee mage is reasonable. The thing is, like, Royal Scions feels okay here, right? We're both empty-handed. Now you have a Planeswalker. What if it was just a card that won the game? You know, like, or that really shut the door. Like, then we wouldn't be at the mercy of the top of their deck for like 3 turns, you know? Engineered Explosives. It's not bad. Let's loot first. Another Snapcaster Mage. So super awkward. I'd love to have both of these. Are we have any snaps left? Maybe we have 2 snaps left. We keep explosives. I think we keep it in our hand. Polluted Delta. Draw. Explosives number 2. Alright, well now we're going to play one of these. Let's say go. We can maybe we should play one on 3 actually. Oh no. Damn it. Well, I'm sorry, we have Scions now to just kill it. So yeah, maybe we should have preempted the explosives on 3, play around Mana Strider. Cryptic Command, they have Cavernous Souls. Whatever, kill this Campbell with this thingy. Man, we sure are cranking the explosives here. Look at this. Look at this hand. Field of Ruin, top. Goodbye, Cavernous Souls. Alright, so we say go here. I mean, Arcanist flashing back Archmage's Charm is pretty good. Draw. White. Oh, what a sick draw. Alright. Did they whiff? Ooh. Ooh, the old whiffski. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. The problem is we are currently dying to this Militia Bugler. Alright, your turn. We'll go to 1. Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. Just counter draw. Vendilion Clique. Not bad, not bad. See, like, we're just playing a control deck here. Like, we might as well have control cards in our deck, you know? Like, boom, shakalaka. Deputy of Detention. These would reset my explosives to 0. Let me just pop the explosives in response. We're not going to counter a 1/3. Opt for opt? Sure. Vendilion Clique says their hand is Phantasmal Image, Cavern of Souls. Sure. The Royal Scions. Like, we draw our Planeswalker, and I'm kind of like, alright, it's fine, I guess. It's a card. We are at 1. So we're opting. Snapcaster Mage, hello. Snap Sinkhole with an Magmatic Cryptic. Love it. Love it. Cavern of Souls. Illusion. Man, this is so greedy. Sure. Naming Illusion's so greedy, too. Like, you just get blown up by literally everything here. And now your Cavern doesn't work anymore. Explosives, Field of Ruin, Scions Delta. Yeah. I can copy my stuff, I guess. That's true. But now I can kill with the Royal Scions. Not anymore. Alright. Untap. Draw. Lightning Bolt. Heyo. We could play Explosives on 3. We can just counter Mana Strider also. It's not Illusion, so we can just say go. Probably don't play those. I probably could have found a Mystic Sanctuary at some point earlier just to put it on the battlefield for later on. Mage on 2 or Explosives on 2 for engineering or whatever, Medley Mage. That's not that bad. If they have a freebooter or a Medley Mage, they could like force through Cryptic. They don't know my hand though, so all right, that game was interesting. Definitely a pretty wacky one. They knew my hand from... Oh, they clicked me, right. Right. It's not a thing that humans does to you very often. Alright. Put a mulligan's to 6. I'm gonna keep... Hand's not great. We have Opt. I like Click a lot against them, actually. Blocks really well. This is why Click is so much better than the Borrowers are. This blocking so huge. They don't have a play. Love it. Blood Moon? Love it. This hand doesn't win. Want to bet? What's up, Troop? That's kind of gross, but sure. Wow. Nice. Did not think they would do that. Alright. Royal Scions. Alright. I guess we're not fielding them. I mean, they clearly have an answer to Blood Moon or something like that. Or they have they have an image or another freebooter or a Medley Mage or something. Yeah, so not super surprising here. Of course, they named Blood Moon, and now they're on a real house of cards. And our clicks will block really well, which is good. So, Waterlogged Grove. Suppose I don't want to draw Island. Might as well fetch. Mystic Sanctuary. The old Mystic Sanctuary Blood Moon. Alright, so, when do we want to click? They know we have it. We probably want to do it in their draw step. It's our only piece of interaction, so we'll just draw step the click. Their hand is. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good hand. Reflector Mage, mega punishing us for playing click in the draw step. Didn't really think that one would be in the deck anymore. And then double Lieutenant and a freebooter. think we actually take the Reflector Mage. I think blocking is so huge here. If they draw a land and go double Lieutenant, it's pretty backbreaking. But if they just bounce the Clique here, we just have a second Clique in our hand anyway. And now we're like really far behind on the board. That's close. Royal Scions just kind of hanging out. Not really doing too much. I don't know if this is right or not. I took the Reflector Mage. If I draw a land, we're probably in trouble, but... What is this? Just draw another one? Ah, yes, the old Thoughtseize bug. It's even worse when it's Vendilion Clique. Peek. Great. Awesome. Guess peek you. Draw. Tectonic Edge. Okay. Not cool. Not cool. Guess we're gonna loot. Bonecrusher Giant. It's about to be worthless because they're gonna cast Lieutenant next turn. Oh, we can click on their turn. You're right. I forgot about that. Yeah, I probably should just click on their turn. All right, that's fair. Yeah, I screwed up. Oh, we have Anger of the Gods. We don't really draw it very often. They drew a basic land, too? Oh, God. And they have double Lieutenant. We're just dead, folks. We're just dead. Yeah, I mean... Royal Scions has not been good at any point in this entire league. Maybe during the loop, when we were looping Cryptic Command, it was good there. But for the most part, it just hasn't done anything. And we are exceedingly dead. All right. I mean, their hand was not that good. They had no 1-drop. They played Freebooter on 2. Like, their hand really wasn't that good. You know? Like, yeah, they drew well on some of their draws, but, like, that was not an above or a well above board humans hand. They just played their humans and killed us, you know? So, definitely not good. So, we have some ideas. We want to go with this. Their hand was, I mean, I don't think complaining about their hand is a reasonable thing to do at all. Their hand was average. Obviously, it wasn't good that they drew a card we clicked off of. It's possible we shouldn't have even done that anyway, though. Well, Prowess could just play horribly with counterspells. I think Delver can be fine, but it plays really bad with the adventure cards, obviously, and the Planeswalkers. There just isn't really a good cheap threat, honestly. Like, Thing in the Eyes could definitely be a thing. Young Pyromancer is reasonable. We just need to do something in the early game. We can't have our first play to the board be a Royal Scions, because it just doesn't affect the board in any way. If we're going to top our curve with Royal Scions, okay. But... Hello. Blue Magic Online. I see. Alright. Ship Scions and Force. Force is pretty bad. Then mulligan to 5. That is artwork. Serum Visions. Terramander's way too slow. Damn you, Royal Scions. Island? Snow-covered island. Alright. What are they doing over there? We getting stormed? They went bottom top with their Serum Visions. I mean, Dreadhorde Arcanist just, like, isn't that good. It's okay. It's slow. It's kind of clunky. Yes, Mardu Peasy, you're here. Is it Peasy, maybe? I think Delver is reasonable. Oh, God. Alright. So we're both stuck on 2 lands. They have a Baral, so they are playing Storm. I've got the Hobbit right there. I'd be happy to read to y'all while they Storm kill us. Don't worry. I got you. I think that Lobmancer could have a place here too. Just another early play. Oh man. They're playing the wacky Serum Visions and the wacky mountains. Alright, here we go. Pyretic Ritual. Pyretic Ritual. Will 1 Force of Negation be good enough to stop this? Manamorphose. Probably not. Gifts Ungiven. I should have maybe countered that. I wanted to counter the Past in Flames, but I probably should have countered the gifts. They have 3 cards, or they have 4 cards and 3 mana. It's tough. They still have a lot of cards. Yeah, so bin both rituals. And ideally we're going to counter Past in Flames here, but it might not be enough. Chandra Acolyte of Flame, which is really slow and plays very badly with counterspells. The problem is most of the aggressive cards play bad with counterspells. The prowess cards, the flashback cards, you know. Alright. Royal Scions, come on down. Force of Negation obviously exiles, which is pretty gas. They have 3 mana floating. They're going to remand targeting Past in Flames, I would assume. No, they're going to remand my Force of Negation? Sure. If only I had more rando blue cards in my hand. Okay, they get a loot. Hold on. Let them loot first. Discard another Baral, sure. Let's try Force of Negation again. Exiling probably Royal Scions. You can't really tap out for it, honestly. So go on. Grape Shot for 11. Okay. Pew pew pew. Kraken Hatchling resub. Welcome back, my friend. Alright, we're going to go to some damage. I feel like they should have remanded their own Past in Flames. Just killed us next turn. We're at 7. Cast Serum Visions. Alright. Well, maybe there's a chance. Remanding your own spells is tight. It's like my favorite thing to do, remand. Oh my god. All you, my friend, all you. Slide a hand, slide a hand. Goblin Electromancer. We're going to 5. This is part 1 of a double dip. We have work to do. We have work to do, my friends. Okay. I mean, if we let them untap and draw step click them, they can just cast Gifts and give it a response. Let me just cast the click right now. Storm count 1. What you got? Their hand is Repeal and another copy of Baral. Honestly, them repealing my click and attacking for 3 is kind of bad, so we're going to take the repeal. It kind of sucks, but their hand's pretty bad. They have a cycling land and a dead legend. Yeah, we're going to file in for a block here. Because we are dying, but not dead. Go to 4. They play a non-fiery islet. They played an island. It's weird. Snapcaster Mage. I guess we're going to draw step them. I suppose we could let them draw Remand, which kind of sucks, but I'm also not a fan of their basic lands. I do love Vendilion Clique. Just love it. Their hand is Past in Flames, Grape Shot, Baral. We're dead. If they cast any card in their hand, we die. If they cast Past in Flames, we lose. If they cast Baral, Grape Shot, that's 1, 2, 3. It's 4 spells total. We're just dead. Maybe they'll screw it up. Obviously, you just missed a million land drops this game, which kind of sucks. Nope, they saw it. They saw the line. They even drew a ritual. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. They were 1 short actually without a spell. Say they have to kill, click, or attack. They can't do both. So, all right. I mean, obviously, kind of a crappy game there, which just didn't draw any lands. But I think Force of Negation is great. Obviously, you played against like 3 tribal decks, so as it hasn't been great. But I think Force of Negation is awesome. Big fan. Okay. Surgicals. I feel like we want like maybe 2 explosives as answers to empty the warrens. Bonecrusher Giant's pretty bad. Brazen Borrower is pretty bad. Royal Scions is pretty bad too. All the clunkers are bad because we just got to be lean and efficient to beat them. They're going to have Veil of Summer too. Oh, man. That's just dirty. That's the dirt nasty. Alright. Kind of a weird spread of decks here. Humans, 5-color elementals, Storm, and what was the 5th deck we played against? I think Clique is dope. We could also like try like a wizard theme, with like Lavamancer and Wizard's Lightning and things like that. Maybe that's a little more aggressive though. Is Dreadhorde Arcanist a wizard? Oh, I've gotten Veiled plenty of times at a Storm, alright? Arcanist is a wizard? Okay. That could be an option. His hand's pretty bad. Like, we're not really... This is kind of the problem, you know? That we're, like, not applying pressure in a meaningful way. Eternal Madness. Are you still super high on Royal Scions? Has the results of these 5 matches not soured you on Royal Scions at all? I mean, Storm Chaser and Soulscar Mage are definitely not cards you want to play in your counterspell deck. But if you want to be more aggressive, you could do that. The blue-red enchantment that makes 1/1 flyers. I do like that card. I don't know if it's good enough in this deck though. All right. I guess we're gonna keep. I don't love it. I'm gonna eat some peanuts. Post Like, is your metagame different? Eternal Madness? You know, like, I think one of the problems, too, I think Diothar's having this problem, is that people look at the local store they play at as the bigger picture in some ways. And realistically, at your local FNM, the average level of skill is going to be much lower than it is in an average Magic Online league. The deck building's not going to be as good. The decks are going to feel a little slower and not as good. So you can kind of get away with a lower power level of cards and a little less synergy in your deck. But when you play against better players playing more tuned lists, you get exposed. Royal Scions feels like that to me a little bit, where if everyone's playing a turn behind, people aren't playing optimally, their lists aren't optimal, then you have that extra time to play Royal Scions and kind of make it really good. But if everyone's playing their efficient, good lists and playing well, it's just clunky. It's just kind of slow, you know? Does that make sense? I think that comes up fairly often in these Euro Deck lives, where the deck ends up going from, you know, the metagame the player is used to in their local scene to the large ocean that is Magic Online. Basis, 4-month resub. Welcome back, my friend. Alright, so Cryptics are a little slow here, but hopefully we can get there. They ran out Baral. I mean, they probably don't have another one. They also have Mulligan this game, too, so. Alright. I mean, I guess we're just jamming the old Royal Scions. Like, I don't really know what else we're doing. Is it worth fetching Breeding Pool or Steam Vents? Double red for not much. Let's get an island. Alright. Play Scions, we're going to loot. I think we're going to dump one of these Cryptics. It's going to be really hard to make both Cryptics good. Goblin Electromancer. Okay, so we're going to loot. Remand's not bad. So I was going to actually snap Bolt rather than just Bolt, because I want to get the threat in play. But now that we've drawn Remand, I'm a little more interested in that. We can also just, like, I guess we could Mystic Sanctuary Bolt on top, draw the Bolt, and then cast it. Yeah, we're going to do that. We'll pitch, I guess Cryptic. I'm not even sure if this is right. Like, I don't know how good Remand's going to be, actually. Maybe that was just wrong. Cryptic's just so hard to use. Whatever. I don't know if this is right or not, but they missed the land drop. They have a little light on cards. Wrong. So, like, guess we Remand here. Opt, that's cool. Opt says Brazen Borrower. Are we okay with... I think we're okay with that. It's really slow, but that's not bad. Alright, so let's loot. And discard... And... Now we're going to Brazen Borrower. But the thing is, this game is sort of a microcosm of what I was saying, where our opponent has stumbled on lands for 3 turns, and our deck looks really good. But it's because we've had time to deploy our cards, because the efficiency doesn't matter because they're mana screwed. So I don't think Snap Remand here is crazy, but I think this is fun. Wow, they're going to Manamorphose instead of playing the Baral? That's pretty weird. Because the Manamorphose is so good with the Baral already in play. And they get to guarantee at least one spell off of it. It's kind of weird. Grape Shot. Oh, they're just scared of the Royal Scions going ultimate? Sure. This is great for us. Alright. I mean, I guess we're just raw dogging Brazen Borrower. We have a pretty made hand here, no reason to loot. We have the Bolt and Snap Remand, so drawing a land for Snap Cryptic's like okay, but
Bolt, Snap, Remand.
They're saying go.
I'm off to the doctor. Wish me
Okay.
luck.
Have fun, dudes.
I'll probably use fruits next.
Great. Nicole just always feeds me crap. Nicole wants to get me fat, so I don't leave her. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Alright, so they're playing Fire Eyes that's saying go.
Wait, you're pretty sure it works?
Pretty sure that's how it works. That's what you're doing.
So it works.
You're evil. That's what I'm saying.
Have fun. Take care of Zibby.
He's well taken care of. We could like snap Bolt here, but I think we want to just keep the interaction up. So I'm sorry. We Bolt Snap. We snap Bolt, then kill them. That is 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Plus the Royal Scions is 2. Yeah. Let's go for it. This is certainly aggressive, but they have like a Remand here to punish us. They don't have that many cards in hand anyway, so let's empty the warrants. Another click. Scoopsies. Wowzers. Going to game 3. Keeper Mulligan. Fruit by the foot. Keeper Mulligan. Like most snacks in this house, I don't really want it, but it's in front of me, so I'm going to eat it. That's how things go usually. Here it is. Mukbang. That's alright. You can keep. Oh, like Zibby. It's a little Zibby action. Fire Islet means they are definitely light on lands. Okay. Chiefest of calamities. Alright, kind of like have to just bolt this. We bounce it, they can just play it again next turn. It's pretty brutal. Royal Scions hanging out as always. Op goes bottom, no land drop. 6 spells in hand. Remand. So like here's a spot where again it's just sort of like we have Royal Scions. I don't really want to play it. Just like, oh, leave Clique up. Dispute, Remand. Red. Desperate Ritual. Okay. I think this is fine. This feels like an Empty the Warrens turn. Aria of Flame. Never mind. So, we just give him the old Brazen B. Alright, I'll take my 20 life, thank you. Yeah, this might elicit a concession, honestly. Yeah, Stroke's not bad. I get maybe we want Stroke. That's very fair. I can buy that. All right, just there you go. Why Remand? We can just do the same thing and put a Brazen Borrower on Adventure and gain 20 or gain 10 life, which is nice. All right, Borrower or Clique? I kind of wanted to see their hand, so give me the old Clique ski. There's also kind of a redundancy problem here. We just have a lot of 3/1s. Okay, what do we do here? Do we want to dispute this? We deny them a card draw also. I think I do. Why remand the ritual? Let them burn their resources, you know? I could have Mystic Sanctuary. Nothing really good to put on yet though. So we have that next turn. The problem is that all the flash threats are the same. We just have 1,000,000 3/1 flyers for 3, you know? You don't necessarily need that many. So they have Baral, they have the Empty, they have a Grape Shot, Double Metamorphose, Baral, Aria, Flame. I don't think we take anything. Grape Shot is a little annoying in that it makes my X1s kind of a liability, but at the same time, Remand's also very good against them trying to Metamorphose, so this is fun. Untap, draw. We can also put the Mystical Dispute on top of our deck. Okay. Again, though, same thing where our cards look good right now because our opponent's mana screwed. I have to take his phone call, my friends. I'm sorry. It's just the real estate agent. Sorry, folks. Just gotta deal with house stuff. All right, we're winning this game. Mystical Dispute. You grape shot. I Brazen Borrower. I kill you. You're dead. How's it going, everyone? Brineborn Cutthroat. I don't think it's like the worst, honestly. Is Brineborn Cutthroat a wizard? It's a pirate, right? They're gonna Manamorphose in response. Sure. Red blue. Manamorphose again. Okay. I mean, between Borrower and Scions, we have and Bolt, we have lethal. So their hand is Arya, Empty the Warrens, Grape Shot, and everything's face up. So there's Desperate Ritual. Okay. There's Arya Flame. I'll go to 33 life points. All right, so we won. We definitely won both those games in the back of them being mana screwed, which is cool for us. But kind of what I was saying about the Mox's in cube draft effect, where if you're just like a mana or two ahead of your opponent, all your cards seem really good. But okay, so we're in 3-2. Went 3-2. Let's talk about this deck a little bit, because we got to rebuild this deck and then run it back, because this is a double dip. All right, we doing this again. We have time now. We can work on it and actually see what it looks like. Let's see what Brineborn Cutthroat is. If it's a wizard or not. I believe it's a card that I don't know. I believe it's a pirate. Merfolk pirate. Yes. Okay. So talk to me, Eternal Madness. What do you think? This iteration's felt way better against Oko decks. Odo my 3-1 is a 3-3 or bounce token. It's double dip. We double dipping. So things I'm unhappy with. Royal Scions really underperformed. There were very few points where it was actively good. It was certainly fine occasionally. We ultimated it, I think, twice. Those games already felt like we were favored. And whenever we were behind, it just felt really, really bad. We're not utilizing the looting effect on it to any real benefit. We're just sort of playing it. And that does not impress me. So, I don't like Cryptic. Sinkhole was okay. I think you can only probably play one of this card. Did not like the main deck disputes. I get it. Oko's very popular. It's hard to metagame in Modern. We played against 0 Okos the entire league. You know? Like, just put it in the sideboard, I think. I would just put it in the sideboard. And then, Bonecrusher Giant is not good enough. I definitely want to lose some of the Scions. I'm okay with some number of Brazen Borrowers, but I'm only super okay with Brazen Borrower if we're being aggressive, and we're not being aggressive here. Again, this deck cannot attack its opponent until turn 4. And in Modern, you can die on turn 4. What used to be Spell Pierce? Because I like Spell Pierce. I'm totally down with Spell Pierce. I love Spell Pierce. Let's look at our creature count here and see if Delver is a possibility. I think our lands also, the Field of Ruins and the Mystic Sanctuaries were all very clunky. So we have Seer spells, Forcer spells. All right, not a ton of spells yet. Obviously, we're going to place a lot of these, but so Eternal Madness. Do you want to keep this deck aggressive? Because I would like to. Of the disputes used to be Pierce. Sure. Terra Manager is not good enough. It's just not a good enough Magic card. Takes way too long to get going. And you have Madness cards. That's a totally different deck. That would require much more discard outlets and stuff. Like to see it aggressive? Okay. And that's the case, I would love to see some copies of Delver Secrets for sure. Brazen Borrower is not a wizard. I think Archmage's Charm is definitely reasonable. I like Archmage's Charm a lot more than Cryptic Command. I'm sorry, folks. Sorry, folks. Selling a house is not fun. So yeah, Cryptic Command just sucks. I'm sorry. This card is not a good Magic card. In Modern, Dismiss is just clunky. Alliance. What's Alliance? Improbable Alliance. I like Improbable Alliance. That would require a lot of work to be good and still kind of slow. Young Pyromancer Bravado. Thanks for the reset. Appreciate that. Again, sorry about the delay there, folks. Pyromancer's not a wizard? It's a shaman? That's weird. Okay, so I think we want Delvers. Again, I think one of the big problems people run into very often is they assume Snapcaster is a 2-drop. It's not. It's a 3-drop. And we saw in these leagues, our 3-drop slot was, woo! I don't want to add a land. I want to cut the clunk and make the deck more efficient and maybe even cut a land. I also don't want the Field of Ruin. I don't think I want more than one Mystic Sanctuary. I don't think I want Tectonic Edge either. Realistically, Field of Ruin and Tectonic Edge are like a half to a third of a land in this deck. So by making all those colored sources, it's almost like we're adding a land, even if we cut a land. You know? So Pyromancer is certainly an option. Minimum spells for a Delver deck, 25, maybe. It's a lot. It's a lot. All right, Cryptic's gone. Disputes from a sideboard. Dispute is great. It's just more of a sideboard card. Lose 2 Royal Scions. Lose Bonecrusher Giant. I think playing 1 Sinkhole is good. We need to decide what our threats are going to be. I also think that Lavamancer is nice. I'm a huge Lavamancer fan. Like, big. Obviously, Delver's not as good in Modern, for sure. But Brazen Borrower's got to chill, too. The problem is we just need some sort of threat. Because the problem is these sort of tempo counterspells just don't do much if you're not pressuring in some way. Zan, sounds good, my friend. Thanks for watching. So, Snapcaster. We could try to ignore Delver and just play Dreadhorde Arcanist. Arcanist plus Bolt, Opt, and maybe Peak or Serum Visions. Slith Firewalker. That card is awesome. Pyromancer is good against some things and bad against others, obviously. Pyromancer's pretty good, honestly. If you were to go like Pyromancer, I just don't like the Brazen Borrowers very much. I don't know if we can afford to play Delver in this deck. I mean, how married are you to Brazen Borrower and Royal Scions? Eternal Madness. I also think we're playing way too many remands. Yes, we're definitely deciding. I assume that we want to see counter spells in this deck. That's my assumption. Eternal Madness, talk to me. I'm here to build you the best version of a deck that you want to be built. So I do like Peak. I'm not gonna lie. I'd rather see like 2 remands. Maybe like 2 remands, 2 mana leak, 2 spell pierce, 1 spell snare, or something like that. Scions more than borrowers, but ETH can go. What, both? So Firewalker is so good with Scions. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Peace Bone, reset, welcome back. I mean, basically it comes down to you like Scions more than Borrower. It comes down to if we're going to play Delver or not. I don't think we can play Delver. So let's try and not play Delver. I searched for Arcanist. I got Arcane spells. That's great. Archmage's Charm is... Like, I'd much rather play Archmage's Charm than Royal Scions, you know? Although Scions helps Arcanist be a little better. I think maybe with that, we don't want this. Come back on the remands. I still like the forces. We honestly need to chill on something here. Remand on 2. Scions do feed Lobmancer. Oops. We're going to add some more cantrips, don't worry. 2 spell pierce. I actually like Peak. I'm pretty cool with Peak being a thing. Remand, spell pierce, and I'm actually pretty cool with Vapor Snag if we're playing Arcanist. And Force, Remand. We're going to cut like a land or 2 probably. Like 2 Archmage's Charms. Issue with Tron. You're not going to beat everything. The fair blue deck's not going to beat Tron. You know? I think being aggressive has a better chance to beat Tron. But you're not going to beat Tron with 1 Field of Ruin. You know? Like, it's just not going to happen. So, cut the field, cut the breeding pool. We can leave 1 Sanctuary, I think. Cut the Tectonic Edge. Add some Spire Bluff. Spire Bluff can help us bad with Sanctuary. I don't think you want Sanctuary, honestly. I think Sanctuary is just bad. Whoa, that's too many Spire Bluff Canals. Take it easy. Take it easy. Go back on basics because we're not going to be going crazy here. I think I feel like we need Serum Visions if we're going to play yeah, we always want to play Serum Vision over Peak. I like Peak, but repeating Peak with Arcanist and Snapcaster isn't very good. We might want some number of Fiery Islet as well. Let's think here. I'm still not thrilled about these Royal Scions, honestly. The idea of flashing back an Archmage's Charm is pretty cool, but I don't really like this part of the deck. Clique's good. I just don't like Borrower at all. I guess we're playing Vapor Snag too. I'm cutting the Borrower. Sorry. It's gone. Lightning Bolt, Lobmancer, 2 Snags, Spell Pierce, Peak. Should probably be Serum Visions. I don't know. Maybe we'll just leave the Peaks. Honestly, like I like how Peak plays their counter spells much better. Visions is definitely awkward with counter spells at times. Wizard's Lightning doesn't have enough wizards. If Pyromancer was also a wizard, and we were playing Delvers too, maybe. But I like Clique. I still don't love the Royal Scions, but I'm okay playing it. I agree. The Dread Horde's not going to be awesome. I don't think it should be good. I mean, we have I'm gonna play like some mixture of Serum Visions. Like 2 Visions, 2 Peak. This is 59 cards. Double snacks. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 proactive 1-mana spells. This is 59 cards. Royal Scions, Pyromancer, Arcanist, Snapcaster. Obviously, there's some tension between Snapcaster and Arcanist. We're going to board some Flame Slashes, too. Just play another Serum Visions, honestly. 2 Spell Burst, 2 Vapor Snag, Bolt. Could play like a Burst Lightning or some other 1-mana burn spell. I don't want to main deck a Flame Slash. Playing Royal Scions gives us a little leeway as playing niche cards. Because obviously you can just loot them away if they're bad. Remand, Mana Leak. Bowmat Courier? This is not a Bowmat Courier deck. Can't play that card with counter spells. Islands, too many islands. Force Power. I think I'm gonna force Steam Vents, honestly. I think we need to play one more land. A single Sinkhole. I think it's too much pressure with Lavamancer and Arcanist and Snapcaster Mage. 2 Archmage's Charm, 3 Force Negations, Scions, click. Remand. Let me just add a 3rd Serum Vision. Pillage main? You're a crazy person. I'll play some Molten Rains, but alright, sideboard, no Jaces. We can chill on a Stroke. Anger's not really good anymore. If you're playing Storm, you can't play Prowess cards and play counter spells. So, no Grudge. Explosives is way too many of those. Dispute's great. Dispute and Stroke. Flame Slash. I would like some sort of graveyard hate here. It doesn't interfere with our stuff. Abrade's fine too. I don't want to main deck an Abrade, I don't think, but that's a card we could have access to for sure. I don't mind a 3rd Dispute, honestly. Countering Urza and Oko is just so important. Relic is obviously bad for us. Crypt is, like, just not really great. Could play a 3rd Surgical, because obviously Surgical by Straight Horde's pretty good. I don't hate that. Aether Gust? What do I want Aether Gust for? Ashiok? It's kind of slow. Again, like, the problem is if you tap out on turn 3, all your counterspell sucks. The new Relic, yeah. Getting the hop in the DeLorean. Get that new card for us. I think Molten Rain is better than Pillage. Flashing back a Molten Rain with Dreadhorde Arcanist and Royal Scions might sell me on the Royal Scions, honestly. We can't play Blood Moon in this deck. We have too many dual lands at this point. Flame Slashes. Flame Slashes seems good. Disputes, Explosives, Stroke. Alpine Moon is not great against the Valakut decks because they have 2 things, and against the Simic decks. I guess we're not really flying over. Zombies that much. Blood Sun. No, we want cheap, efficient cards, you know? I know we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 26 spells if you're playing Delver. Like, this deck might be better if you just replace these 4 cards with Delvers, honestly. But Spell Snare is honestly a cool card. I like Spell Snare, but I don't think it's particularly... We can't main deck it. It's not really a sideboard card. Rejection's okay. Blue Shoal is just too... It never does what you want it to do. It just never does what you want it to do. And against the decks that are playing push, you don't want a 2-for-1 yourself to try and save your creature. They're just going to kill anyway. So, like, you play 2-drop. They push it. You shoal it and get rid of it. They take 2, and then next turn just push it again. Because they're playing all removal spells anyway. You don't want that effect in a fair matchup. Maybe we'll do this. We'll play one Brazen Borrower main. I'll put one of the clicks on the board for combo matchups. I imagine our combo match should be alright anyway, so... Alright, I think this is where we're going to go. This is what we're going to do. Am I completely confident about all these card choices? No. Obviously, I've played the deck before. But, no creature lands. No slow things. We don't want slow things. We want efficient things. Why did we lose a lot of the games we lost in the previous league? We lost them because all of our cards cost 3. And that's just too clunky, you know? Now, this is modern, all right? This is modern right here. 19 1-drops. With realistically, it's more like these forces are also a 1-drop, and this Borrower is also a 2-drop. So realistically, it's 22 0 or 1-drops, 14 2s. This is actually really here, though, so that's fair. 10 2s and 9 3s. And I still feel like this is probably too much big stuff. But we'll see. We'll see. This looks much more like a modern deck to me. Eternal Madness, do you have any final thoughts before we save this and go to our next league? Again, if you're just tuning in, welcome to the stream. My name's Jim Davis. This is Your Deck Live, the show where I play Your Deck Live on stream. If you want to know more about it, go to my website, jimdavismtg.com. Hit the I Play Your Deck button. This is a double dip. That's right, a double dip, meaning that we do Your Deck Live, we fix the deck, and then instead of me just giving the list to the person and saying, have fun, I play it again. So, that's it, Your Deck Live, jimdavismtg.com. Also, follow me on Twitter. Yay. One more land. I think if you want to add a land, you're cutting a cantrip. I really think that 19 lands with 9 cantrips is fine. Remember, our curve is a lot lower than it was. Alright? And Snapcaster is still really good. If our Dread Horde is working, it's going to be self-perpetuating. We're going to flashback Serum Visions, which will draw us another spell. I'm not worried about running out of fuel with Dread Horde. I'm not worried about that at all. And Snapcaster is one of our best cards. So, it's cool. We're going to press. So, this is going to be the end of this video. The second part of a double dip will be in another video. And all you stream folks, you're here right now. Get your popcorn. We're about to play. So, thanks for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, please take 3 seconds, like, comment, subscribe. Leave a comment saying Zibby is fat and lazy. And it helps me a lot. All right? So, YouTube folks, I love you. Look for the other video of the second part of this double dip.